Nice.
So the last time when the whole Let's Robot Waste team was reunited was in 2019 in Hungary. And then in March 2020, we have intention to meet in Lithuania to share ideas and good practices. But like you see, here we are. We all know that Zoom cannot be compared with live workshop, but I hope that you may learn something also from this virtual activity. So our first task for today workshop is to find a name for our robot. Yeah. And I saw on Facebook page that Daiva, you and your students have already gave some ideas. And now I will share with you a link. Okay. On chat, you have a link. If you can please connect it with it to this board. Because now we will be gathering all ideas how we would name this robot, and then we will vote for the best name. What to say? Is it working?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it works fine.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Great. So ideas are already coming. Some names are very futuristic. Can you drop the stickers that it can be seen, because I cannot? Okay, great, thank you. Here are a lot of stickers. Can you please remove that we can see the names? Okay. Daiva, what do you think? Okay, do we have now all ideas? Shall we vote?
Any of ours?
Okay.
Doesn't work. What's going on?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 15 suggestions. Okay. I don't see all the names. You can. I suggest that we can vote now. Yeah? Okay, and we will vote by...
We can't see ours. I don't know why.
All your ideas are not shown.
Try pressing F5 key on the keyboard. Refresh.
Why? Simon?
Maybe it didn't refresh.
I'm refreshing the page. Daiva, can you... Are now all your ideas?
Maybe you should adjust the view so to fit the screen, you know? Not everything is visible. Right here on the right, on the left side, not all these stickers are not visible. Maybe you should adjust.
Okay, then if I read those suggestions, or here are Ecolo, Robbie, Robocant, Bob, Big Robbie. Ooh, I can. Oh, this is Urban Mech. Dan the Trash Can, Rissy, Microbe, John, Hexabox, Trashy, Trashbot, Cleebot. The others I don't. Robocan, Robigo, Organico, Roberta, Robo Rubbish, and that's it. And pollution, of course. Annihilator 9000. Okay, so let's raise hands, virtual hands, for let's what to do, Daiva? Shall we just name 3 the most suitable names? Anyway, I will just do the print screen of this. Give me a second that I save this print screen. Okay, dear students, what's to do? Are you going to decide which one, or we will vote?
Let's vote.
Let's vote. Okay. Your suggestion, Matej?
Pollution Annihilator 9000.
Okay. Hands up, who is for this solution, for this name? Matej, you're like I see from my the one and only. Okay, let's move on. Any other?
I like Robin.
Robin?
Yeah.
Okay. Hands up for Robin. Okay, 5.
If I may, I'd rather go with a Robin with a double B. There's the double B suggested. Okay.
Okay.
It's a Robin. I think it's there's a word Robin also exists in English. Okay, with Robin Hood in connection with birds and so on.
Birds,
So
yeah.
I think it's better if it's a double B there.
Okay, where is the... Yeah, I wrote down. All participants are raising hands for Robin with double B. I'm understanding correct. Okay, another. Let's move for another suggestion. Then we will have the name. Okay. Daiva, Adriana, what do you say?
I am thinking, but I am also for Robin with double
Okay.
B. I think it's a proper name. Maybe the
So
best
if
of all.
If all students have already voted for this one, so
Robin.
So we have a winner, Robin, with double B.
Yeah,
Yeah, perfect. Okay,
but let's ask the young ones.
the young ones.
Do they agree with us? We don't want to force them to accept our
I
preference.
agree.
raise your hands or show something.
Yes.
So reactions like this, or you have plenty of reactions.
Or like this.
Yeah. Okay, so we all agree that your robot, our robot, will be named Robin. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for cooperation. And now we will take a look of a short film about Slovenia, because Slovenia is, it's not aware yet, but it's becoming aware of importance of preserving our environment. So let's listen to the story of Green Slovenia.
Listen, traveler, it's too late to go back now. The forests have filled your lungs. Rivers run in your heart. You have set the course for the land so green and abound with unspoilt nature that you will never be the same. You have come to Slovenia. To live hand in hand with these natural riches is a deep-rooted gratitude locals feel every day. The respect for nature shows in the way we think, live, and do. Slovenia Green is a unique story and a great lesson in sustainability for the rest of the world. It began with a pledge to preserve the pristine nature for us and for you. We set out on a long, steep path and became active guardians of our natural heritage. Local communities and tourist providers have all come together to build a unique model of sustainability in tourism. Over a decade, we put together a visionary policy that nurtures everyone by the table. Today, we are one of the world's greenest destinations. We encourage you to visit us by train, bike, or on foot. On your way, you will come to understand why we included the right to clean drinking water in our Constitution. We believe in responsible observation of the mysterious wildlife. The inhabitants of our ancient forests can teach us all how important it is to protect our planet. When your step becomes heavy, it is time to rest. We think green accommodation should be as close to stars, birds, and trees as possible. We believe in the green inspiration from one generation to another, from one traveler to another. It comes with a view that overwhelms. To know how to listen to a tree is for us a way of traveling too. You can never cross the same stream, walk the same forest path twice. Our commitment and enthusiasm for sustainable tourism have been contagious. Today, we stand united, together with you, dear traveler, under the vision of Green Slovenia.
Tomi, Matej, and Dejan will present more about importance of environment protections. So guys, it's your turn.
Yep. One second.
So we have prepared a Kahoot game about ecology. I'm just gonna share the screen. Yeah. So like this, play, host. Can everyone see the game pin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
That's it? Or anyone else coming?
I will come soon.
Okay.
I missed what I have to do because students are coming into my class, and I missed what we are doing now.
We are playing this game on Kahoot.
Okay, how can I
You-
join?
You have your mobile telephone, you just write down Kahoot and then enter the game pin.
So I have to install the application.
It's not
Or
for
not?
just
Search on
not for
Google.
installing.
And the pin is,
Should
Uh,
be
Aha,
shown on
okay.
screen.
I can see it, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else, or should I just start?
Tommy, they are afraid. We can start.
Okay.
So all these data are connecting to Slovenia, to situation in Slovenia. Am I right, Tommy?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
I guess someone should narrate it, so I'm gonna
Okay.
nominate
It's the
myself.
global CO2 annual emissions.
Okay.
So next question.
Average global waste production across 7.6 billion people reached blank metric tons.
Okay. Next question.
Which of these is not a greenhouse gas? I guess I should read the answers too. What percentage of Slovenia's surface is covered by forests? 28%, 54%, 71%, or 47%? Wow, that's optimistic.
In the video, they said 60.
That's
More
the
than
average
60.
global ocean temperature increase since 1880. How many countries took part in the Paris Climate Agreement? 168, 201, 197, or 179? What's the largest source of electricity generation? Hydropower, solar panels, nuclear power plants, or coal? What percentage of greenhouse gases are for cows? 7.8%, 12.6%, 10.3%, or 14.5%? Question 9. The amount of deforestation in the Amazon forest has peaked in the year 2020, 2018, 2017, or 2019? And now for the last question. Do you recycle? Yes, 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 or yes. I'm going to be really disappointed if you fail this one.
Maybe there should be another possibility, like sometimes, or I don't know.
No, that shouldn't be a possibility.
Okay, that's it.
Congratulations.
Okay, that's it from the Kahoot game.
Okay, thank you, Tommy and Matej.
Yep.
And now it's turn for Andy and Steen. They will tell us more about technical development of our robot. So Andy and Steen. Andy, just you need to unmute yourself.
Hello?
Okay.
So we will be presenting the Selenium, what we've done on the robot. And first we want to talk about sustainable development, and we're going to watch a video. No. Can you hear the sound?
I don't
No.
think so.
No. Okay.
No.
We heard the question.
When you share the screen, you should check the options to use computer sound. in the left
or
bottom corner.
SDGs. The world's new action plan for
Дети Зена.
Okay, here.
Yeah, слышим,
Yes.
слышим, да.
Oh, okay, okay.
What are the SDGs? In 2015, world leaders from 193 countries agreed the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, the world's new action plan for the next 15 years to eradicate extreme poverty and hunger, fight inequality, tackle climate change and achieve sustainable development for all. The SDGs follow the Millennium Development Goals, or MDGs, agreed in 2000 in a global coordinated attempt to tackle development issues. As a result, the number of people living in extreme poverty has declined by more than half compared to 1990. More girls and boys go to primary school than ever before, and far more people have access to water and essential medicines. But progress of the MDGs has been mixed. Today, over 800 million people still live in extreme poverty. They are also most vulnerable to the increasing impacts from climate change and environmental degradation. Years of hard-won progress fighting poverty could easily be wiped out by even small conflicts, economic crises, or natural disasters.
Should we see some other view? Because I see that table, Sustainable Development Goals. Can anyone see anything else?
No, Daiva, only the table.
Aha.
Yes, now we can
Now
see.
you can see.
What are the SDGs? In 2015, world leaders from 193 countries agreed the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, the world's new action plan for the next 15 years to eradicate extreme poverty and hunger, fight inequality, tackle climate change and achieve sustainable development for all. The SDGs follow the Millennium Development Goals, or MDGs, agreed in 2000 in a global coordinated attempt to tackle development issues. As a result, the number of people living in extreme poverty has declined by more than half compared to 1990. More girls and boys go to primary school than ever before, and far more people have access to water and essential medicines. But progress of the MDGs has been mixed. Today, over 800 million people still live in extreme poverty. They are also most vulnerable to the increasing impacts from climate change and environmental degradation. Years of hard-won progress fighting poverty could easily be wiped out by even small conflicts, economic crises, or natural disasters. Also, Sub-Saharan Africa and Southern Asia consistently achieve less progress than other regions. The MDGs measured success on national averages, often missing what happened with marginalised groups like people with disabilities, indigenous groups, rural communities and women. The international community recognised the new challenges and that human prosperity must go hand in hand with protecting the planet. After a 3-year participatory process, world leaders finally adopted 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So what are these goals for? They are end poverty for all, freedom from hunger, health and well-being, quality of education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, sustainable energy for all, decent work and economic development, innovation and resilient infrastructure, reducing inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, sustainable consumption and production, action on climate change, healthy oceans, sustainable ecosystems, peace and justice, global partnerships. There are 4 underlying principles that come with the SDGs and that are transformational in the way we work on development in the future. Firstly, the SDGs are universal. They apply to every country, rich and poor, north and south, developed and developing. They recognise that global challenges like tackling climate change and changing models of development require global solutions. Domestic policies that look at these issues in one country will have an impact on other parts of the world, so we need to coordinate. Secondly, they integrate all dimensions of sustainability: economic development, social progress, and environmental protection. For example, they tell us to grow enough food for all without destroying the soil or overusing water, to develop our economies without increasing inequality, or to produce enough electricity for all without pumping more CO2 into the atmosphere. This is similar to what Pope Francis says in his encyclical. We are faced not with two separate crises, one environmental and the other social, but rather with one complex crisis, which is both social and environmental. Strategies for a solution demand an integrated approach to combating poverty, restoring dignity to the excluded, and at the same time protecting nature. The SDGs tell us we should leave no one behind. Governments have agreed no goal should be met unless it is met for everyone, including those in society most vulnerable and hardest to reach. So education must reach Indigenous communities, jobs created for women and men, quality healthcare available for all rural communities, and water and sanitation facilities accessible for people living with disabilities. Tackling exclusion is the key to tackling inequality. And finally, the SDGs require the participation of all. The process to agree the SDGs took years and included national dialogues, consultations with civil society groups, the private sector and academia, and ended with negotiations between all governments at the UN. There's a strong sense of ownership of these goals. The result is ambitious, but it reflects what the world wants. Today, the implementation of the SDGs requires ongoing participation at a national and local level. All stakeholders have a role towards their successful achievement. Taken together with the Paris Climate Change Agreement and the Pope's encyclical Laudato Si', the SDGs provide a new framework for approaching sustainable development.
That was one video, and here is another. This is more about
We can't
about
see it
Slovenia.
again. We still see the table.
I see the table.
My first experience of Slovenia was so much
Can you see and hear?
Yep.
Yeah.
more than I expected. I had to come back. Now that I've been here a few times, I know this much. It might be small in size, but it's big in its achievements. Now I know.
All right,
it's
welcome
green.
everyone. Good morning. Glad to see
And
you
not
all
only
here
because
this morning.
forests cover
My name's
more than
Joss
half its
Haldinger.
land,
I'm an editor and
but because
reporter
everyone
at
is
DevX.
working to protect the environment.
And for those who don't know me, I write a lot
From
about
innovative
development
pioneers in light aviation to greenhouses heated with geothermal water, while smart sensors control its production. And creators of self-sustainable zero-emission houses that are in complete sync with nature. Now I also know that it's creative. not just because of its unique achievements in sustainable construction engineering, but also because it manufactures sports equipment for champions the world over. But Slovenia isn't just green or just creative. It's a fun-loving and free country where groundbreaking ideas come to life. And it's smart. Because Slovenia's know-how is used for automotive testing. And every single car in the world has at least one component made in Slovenia. And because it's one of the leading manufacturers of generic pharmaceuticals. Of course, Slovenia is already famous for its hospitality and locally grown food. And its engineers never stop working on cutting-edge automation. While its companies constantly push the barriers in technological innovation. And all because of its brilliant people, educated and reliable, multilingual and talented, who can improve the quality of your life or even help you reach the stars. Now I've been here, I know that Slovenia is a land of infinite potential with fantastic opportunities. Which one will you take? Slovenia, a land of infinite potential for your business. Make the most of it.
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can find really good, no,
And here are also written down the 17 measures that we all agreed to, the 198 countries agreed to realize by 2030. So we will start by presenting Ljubljana, which was awarded and selected to be the Europe's Green Capital in 2016. In 1980s, it was very different from now. It was quite no one really sorted trash, and it produced a lot of it. So then they had to change their ways of thinking to think greener. And in 2002, they started. They made several eco islands for collecting trash. There were different trash cans for paper, for plastic packaging, for metal packaging, and for glass, and for biologically degradable waste. And in 2006, they began to pick up biological waste from door to door, and every household got their own can. They could, well, it was a plastic trash can. They could put their biologically degradable waste in. And in 2008, a company that managed trash, that managed the trash transport and degradation, Snaga, was responsible. It carried 29.3% of the trash waste, the transport, all of the waste. It was leading it, and the other 70% was by other companies. And in 2012, they began door-to-door garbage garbage pickups where they picked up the trash before your house, also for paper and for plastic and metal packaging, and that really decreased the amount of waste that had to be that went into mixed that was previously thought of as mixed waste. Now it was separated, so more stuff got recycled. And in Ljubljana, they have, like you see in the picture, these blue, yellow, and green and black trash cans, which are underground units for trash. And the people who live in Ljubljana have these special cards, with which they can open these trash chutes and throw the garbage in. And there are 67 of these in Ljubljana, and there's so no one has to walk more than 150 meters to get to one. So they're easily located and accessible. So they make recycling very at your hand. You don't have to go too much effort. And Ljubljana and 7 other municipalities by this way of recycling, they saved 15,750 tons of previously thought mixed trash. They didn't have to burn and get rid of, which ended up saving them us 3.3 million euros. And here's another short video.
This week on Euronews.
This Slovenian waste recycling plant is one of the largest and most...
It's mostly about showing these trash cans, which are all over Ljubljana, and you can throw there's for sorting trash like paper and plastic packaging and biodegradable waste. And these are accessible for all of the tourists and even the people who live in Ljubljana. You can just throw it. You don't have to have a special card and still recycle. And in Ljubljana, they're also they have this company for bicycles called Bicikle LJ. and you can borrow a bike somewhere in Ljubljana. There are many stations for these bikes, and you can borrow one at one station, and then you can drive to another end of Ljubljana, and you can leave it there. And another person comes and borrows this bike, and they are traded between the people, and you can leave it at any station or take it from any station, borrow it. Here is another video.
The Earth needs 18 months to replace what humanity consumes in a year. Unless we change our model of production and consumption, we will need almost 3 planets by 2050. That we do not have. Therefore, a revolution is needed. Our current economic model was shaped in the 19th century, when there appeared to be an abundance of natural resources. Population growth and rising consumption mean that we need a new system that conserves resources and ensures the well-being of everyone. Our goal is the circular economy. Welcome to Ercero, the Ljubljana Regional Waste Management Center. Ercero Ljubljana is the most modern waste treatment facility in Slovenia and Europe. It started in 2006 when 7 municipalities signed a co-financing agreement. Now, 50 Slovenian municipalities are involved in the project, which is managed by Snaga Ljubljana. Ercero Ljubljana is a unique example of good practice in local government cooperation and integration. Ercero Ljubljana is Slovenia's largest cohesion fund environment project with a total investment of 155 million euros. Construction of the plant of the future in the Barija area of Ljubljana began in 2014. It was built in record time. Ercero Ljubljana processes a third of Slovenia's waste. Waste is processed into new materials. The crucial mission is to extract as much usable material as possible from mixed waste and convert separately collected bio-waste into compost. Ercero Ljubljana is a high-performance facility. It is efficient. Ercero Ljubljana is innovative and self-sufficient. It generates its own energy. As much as 95% of the seemingly useless mixed waste is processed into recyclable materials or fuel. Less than 5% of the residual waste ends up in a landfill. When waste arrives at the plant, it is unloaded in one of 2 buildings, each of a different color. The orange facilities process organic waste, while the green facilities process mixed waste. Mixed waste first proceeds to a shredder. From there, it proceeds to a sieve, which separates it according to size. From the sieve, it travels on conveyor belts. Separators above them separate waste based on its characteristics. All separated materials proceed to the recycling facilities. Unrecyclable materials are converted into a fuel that has a similar calorific value to brown coal. All processes are coordinated from the control room, where supervisors monitor the entire plant using cameras. biological waste is first sieved. Small particles are prepared for the bioreactor, while larger organic waste first proceeds to shredding, then to further sieving. In the bioreactor, the waste undergoes anaerobic fermentation, just like in the stomachs of ruminants. This generates biogas, which is in turn used to generate electricity and heat. The biomass that leaves the bioreactor is pressed dry, aerated, and left to mature in order to make compost of the very highest quality. RCERO Ljubljana is a global example of regional integration and cooperation. It renews natural resources, completes the consumer cycle, and integrates repurposing and craft workshops. The efficient use of resources is vital to our well-being, not just in the future, but right now.
Okay, luister.
RCERO is short for Regional Waste Management Center in Ljubljana, and they make compost. They make 7 tons of compost per year from organic refuse, from the biologically degradable waste. And they make 60,000 tons of fuel from residual waste per year. And we had now we're gonna present what our robots. What we began with and what were the troubles and solutions that we were dealing with. And we began, when we began on the project, which was in September, we our mentor presented us with a robot, which was only the skeleton with the head, the body, and the undercarriage, and 3 trash cans that weren't fixated together yet, and 1 electric motor. We had some troubles at the beginning because when we got confirmed that we can work on the project, the corona quarantine started, and so we had troubles with the time. And then when time passed and we were in school, we kind of lost a bit of motivation, and we had some trouble, but we kept in touch and Zoomed a lot, and our mentor kept pushing us forward and motivating us, and we had some troubles with the motors, because when we decided which motor we wanted to use, and then we had some trouble with ordering the motors, and then we ordered them, and the order didn't go through, and then we ordered them again, and the wrong ones came. And we had some troubles with the batteries, because first we wanted to use two big batteries, or one, but it was too big and couldn't fit in the undercarriage. And there was also the other stuff in there, and it couldn't stay up straight, the battery. There was no space. And also a trouble with the wheels, the adjustable wheels, because of the height. And we thought about the solution of fixing the wheel, the height of the wheels with rubber. Yeah, and we ordered the motors from a Slovenian company called Tiptech. And we decided for 4 smaller batteries that we would connect together using a parallel and a combination of a parallel and of a parallel connection.
All right, thank you for that. Now I'm going to take over, and I'll be explaining about how we started to continue the work on the robot and how we solved all the problems. So in the beginning, first here are the plans we started. On the right lower corner, you're going to see the plans for the robot and how we engineered designed the drivetrain, the wheels, how the electromotors are going to be connected and what's going to be connecting the wheels to them. And on the top left, you can see how we designed the lower body to carry the drivetrain. Those 4 big squares are the batteries, and those 2 small are the electric motors. For the robot, we decided to use servo motors. Okay, that's it for this slide.
We were thinking about using servo motors or stepper motors, and then we decided on the stepper motors.
Yeah, stepper motors.
Because because it has the lower the speed is, the higher the speed is, the lower the torque is. But we are gonna use we're thinking about the robot moving around in the school lobby at about 0.3 meters per second. So that's a low speed, so we don't, that won't be a problem for us.
And so we traded speed for torque because we also needed to combat the weight of the robot, so it could be, so it was able to move around at the dead speed under load. Okay, that's it for this slide. I guess we can move on. All right, right here we have a 3D render of our first idea on how to connect the wheel with a bracket to the stepper motor. In the middle, you'll see the rubber connecting the drive shaft with a stepper motor, and then you will see the wheel we used. And in the middle of that is a bracket we used to carry the motor. Here are some more pictures with all the motors and 2 extra wheels. We decided to go with 2 main wheels and 2 rear wheels for easier turning of the robot. and to distribute the weight of it. Here are some more extra pictures. And right here is the latest design we made to strengthen the carrying load, so the motors won't break under load. We have two brackets connected by 6 millimeter screws, and in the middle we have a shaft that's gonna help the wheel rotate and not get stuck.
Here's from the side.
And right here we have another render. On the top left is the render without the top cover, including the batteries, motors, and the side wheels. We decided to connect batteries both parallel, and the other word that I currently forgot, I do apologize. And in the right picture is gonna be the top cover that's going to carry the upper body of the robot, the trash cans with its electric motors and the head. And those big holes are also included for better ventilation of the robot. Right here is the head in the current state we made. The big hole was intended to have an LCD touch panel, but we decided to remove it for now since it brought too many complications. Here we are working on the robots, connecting the trash cans with the electric motors.
We fixated each can together with rivets at the bottom of the robot and of the trash can, and on the back of the trash can.
Here are the trash cans working connected with the stepper motor. We decided to connect them with a small DC motor, which we intend on replacing with stepper motors, but that's going to be in the future. And then all of that is connected by still a long screw, which is gonna rotate and open the trash can.
And we are gonna connect the batteries with a combination of parallel and sequent circuit.
And all of those will be controlled by an Arduino board. All of the logic inside the robot.
Yeah, we decided for Arduino Mega.
And that will be everything from our side. Thank you for your attention. And if we have any questions, go ahead and ask. We'll try to do our best to explain.
If you would like to share any ideas or suggestions, now that you hear both sides from Slovenian side and Hungarian troubles and solutions, students, if you have any questions, or just now is the right time.
Okay, I have a question. Why do you have 4 batteries?
Go ahead, you can explain it, probably.
there is no space for two bigger batteries in the undercarriage, because there would be space if they were horizontal, but they have to be vertical. And we can use a different, we can connect them in a different way, so the power still stays the same tension,
Voltage.
the same voltage.
I have another question. Based on the render you gave us, am I right that you want to use lead-acid batteries instead of lithium?
Yes, that was the intention, but we're kind of thinking about using lithium batteries. We switched a bit.
And are you planning to use stepper motors or DC motors?
Stepper motors. We're planning on using stepper motors for better control of the movement of the robot.
Okay.
It's easier to control the stepper motors, and also the robot is very heavy, no?
They offer great torque at lower speeds.
Yes, and how in English, I don't know. It's like this. The stepper motors work. The slower is the velocity. We have much better torque. For that reason, we choose stepper motor, and it's easier to control with Arduino and the other controller. That's it. And we have 4 batteries, like the motorcycles has these batteries.
Yeah, I know the size of them. They are like this big.
12 volts, no, but the steppers go on 24 volts. For that reason, we take 2 batteries, sequential binding, and the other 2 is also for the current, because the current is for 2 stepper motors, and Arduino and the other motors can be about maybe 3 or 4 amperes. Yes, amperes, and that is the reason why we choose 4 batteries, and it's also good for the stability of the robot. I can share you another, just a minute. You will see. Okay. This one share. This is the final idea. You can see where these batteries, and it's stable. You know, I prefer 3-point, but you know, the first idea when my colleague Igor gave this one, for the wheel shears, personally, I said that I preferred 3-point, but it's turned out that such similar robots have a 4-point wheels. And even for this hexagonal shape, it is more stable because we assume that the wheels should not be visible. You know, for that reason, we do like this, and just we have 2 motors to control. It's too easier to prepare a program, and we assume that if in terms of energy consumption, the robot would realistically operate for 2, maybe 3 hours, according to our calculation. But according to also to our motion algorithm we write in the program. But if then we need to charge it, you know. But if we take on account that the robot wouldn't work during all the day, because if the robot work just
during the breaks.
Yes, during the breaks, it will work hard for the whole working day. by Swedish standards, 6 hours. I don't know, maybe 7. So for these batteries and these step motors, we dimension it. Okay, stop sharing, yes. Any other question?
I don't have any more questions.
I can tell just another thing, maybe, but no, okay. If you don't have
I
question.
will write to Sabina. Questions. Okay.
So it's my turn. Yeah. Okay. Now, before we say goodbye to each other, Daiva, would you like to have your video?
Yes, I'm going to share one video which we couldn't do on Tuesday. It is also what our school what our students have done for this project, additionally about some stands, and it was done during integrated classes of biology, art class, and technologies. Our school does similarly as Slovenians do during the school year. Traditionally, our students participate in forest planting, at least one class each year. There is a very nice action that students participate. It is putting nesting boxes into trees in the forest parks, and it's quite an entertaining activity. We also participate in Cleanup Week, which is traditional in the whole country. It is called the Let's Do It, and collect batteries at school. We used to collect paper when I was a school girl. Now we collect just batteries. But here is something different. What students made from waste. And just a minute, I'll open the video. Okay, can't see so quickly. Yes, here it is. Just a minute. Oh, so slow. Okay. I hope you can see.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
It's just 5 minutes, so, or a bit less. Oh, what's going on? Oh. Thanks for your patience. You know, I have students around me and all of them are on online lectures now. So 4 computers are on, so imagine, so what's happening? Huh. Don't know what's going on.
Daiva, in worst case scenario, you can upload, if you would like, this video on our Facebook page.
Oh yeah, maybe, yeah.
In this stand, we have revealed our concerns about climate conservation of the environment. This stand is intended for the entire gymnasium community and our school guests, to teach others and to develop our own ecological awareness. Our small work is devoted to big changes. It's up to all of us what environment we live in. We chose a tree because it's a living being. It requires nutrients and, in some way, breathes just like us. Trees are important because they produce food for other living organisms and themselves. The most important one for humans is oxygen. Trees are crucial because without them there wouldn't be any fuel, no industrial or crafting materials. Trees need to be protected because without them nothing will remain. We created the stand by using materials that we found in our school. For example, the texture of the tree trunk was obtained by cutting strips from old clothes and other unused fabrics. Strips were glued using a mixture of water and glue. During woodworking lessons, students cut out circles at the base of the booth, and pieces of colorful see-through plastic were glued on the backside. Apples, containing information about the importance of sorting waste, were glued onto the plastic. The information was collected by all gymnasium students and formalized by the School Conservation Program Committee. We painted the stand during art classes. Our goal was to make it look organic and visually appealing. This information stand is a product of the gymnasium community and is, of course, informative for everyone. On it, you can find such information as 1 ton of recycled paper saves 17 trees, saves 4.1 megawatts of energy, 27 liters of water, and 2.3 cubic meters of landfill. Due to physical properties, plastic products can be recycled more than once. Chairs, bags, buckets, and many other things can be produced using recycled plastic. A plastic bag weighs 20 grams. A paper one weighs 50 and requires more energy to be produced. These examples should convince that sorting and recycling saves energy, reduces air and water pollution, as well as greenhouse gases, and saves resources. Recycling means that less rubbish ends up in landfills. The attitude towards garbage has already changed, which means that what we throw out is no longer considered trash. Now it's considered waste, and waste is a raw material. Primary recycling saves secondary raw material. Only neat waste can be recycled. You can recycle paper, glass, plastic, metal, organic waste, hazardous waste, batteries, appliances. Our gymnasium encourages creativity and participation in waste recycling. As such, we tried to make recycling robots. We chose 2 well-known ocean animals, a penguin and a turtle. These animals are very interesting, likable, and beautiful. They are also under threat of extinction. We made these robots from waste only. We tried to confirm a saying that garbage is a business idea and a tool. The penguin and turtle were designed and made during art, technology, and biology lessons. We made sketches and set high goals for ourselves to make the robots light up and move. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to achieve that. We collected materials needed from waste and produced the doll-like animals. The penguin was made from recycled plywood and newspapers, recycled waste like plastic packaging and cardboard. The base of the penguin was made from an old chair caster, and the entire thing was painted with paint. The turtle was made from recycled newspaper, foam, wires, a plank, recycled plywood, and used pens. The body is held together by liquid and hot glue, and was painted with gouache. These animals have also become symbols for the dangers of water pollution. Polluted waters can kill not just these wonderful creatures, but also other organisms.
So, thank you. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Daiva. So now we came to to the end of our 3 days virtual activity. I would like to thank all the participants for your help in developing and completing this project. And I believe that we have all learned something new about protecting nature and environment, that is necessary to rethink about our habits and raising awareness. And the most important for our students, that they have acquired technical knowledge that they will use in their future life. So thank you all for your collaboration.
If you allow me, Sabina.
Yes, of course, Istok.
Well, not that I'm wishing to have a final word or something, or not at all an epilogue, but I think there are some things that need to be said. When we first met, or when we were writing or applying for this project, it's almost 3 years ago. And the first time that we met with our friends, now I'm sure we can say friends from Lithuania and Hungary in Koper, it's more than 2 years ago. And if somebody had said on that occasion that this project, the outcome of the project would be as it is, I'm sure that we would all be happy, not taking into consideration what happened in the time in between. Okay? I know that when you were here in Slovenia, I think we all had a good time. When we were in Budapest, it was amazing. We were lucky with the weather, with the people we met there, with the friends we made there, with the city, which is beautiful, with the factory which we saw, and everything else that we did was great. And I was really looking forward to going to visit our friends in Lithuania, but unfortunately things turned out as they did. We never went to Lithuania. I hope we're going to have another opportunity with another project, or maybe go to Lithuania without a project. If somebody had said a year ago that this project would end the way it did, and that we would meet on this platform called Zoom or whatever it was, I think that nobody would believe that this would be possible to realize in the first place. But Andy, in her presentation before, she spoke about the troubles that they had to conquer, the problems that they had to overcome. I'm sure that our friends from Hungary and from Lithuania had the same doubts about the outcome of this project and the same problems and troubles and so on. But if nothing else, we have learned that we can do it. Okay, so it's not a phrase borrowed from Barack Obama or anybody, but when there is a will, there is a way. And I am sure that these young people present here are very well aware of the problems of today's world, which are maybe not so much connected with the bitcoins and the political situations, but we are really faced with the problems or issues or challenges which have to do with our environment, and with our maybe basic values. And well, I think people of my age, maybe plus minus 10, that if with these young people and with these generations, we don't have to worry. I think they are able and willing to do better than we are and than our ancestors did. Thank you very much. Congratulations. I got a little bit emotional, but okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always
Thank
welcome,
you.
you know. So really, it's a great misfortune, I should say, that you haven't come, but I do hope that you still have opportunities. You know some facts already, you know what to see, what to eat. We have presented you, we haven't showed you one important thing, that beer is really tasty here, and it's not so expensive. Istok, you know that.
It's Alus, if I remember properly, okay? And the brand Vitoris, okay?
Yes. So it's not just because of beer that you should come here, but really we would like to see you maybe in some other projects, really.
Definitely.
But
Thank you very much.
it would be a great joy to see you here. Thank you very much, and thanks for cooperation and your support, constant support. See you.
Adriana?
Ladies are remaining.
Adriana wants to have a word.
Yeah, I just want to say that what Istok said, I totally agree with him. We would have never thought about such an ending. But I think I am speaking not only on my behalf, but on behalf of my whole team. Being together in Slovenia and being together in Budapest was a great time for all of us. It was a greatest experience. And I am sad that we missed Lithuania. And I also hope that although our project work comes to an end, our friendship will remain, and from time to time we will keep in touch, and from time to time we will hear from each other. And well, we have to inform each other about the progress our robots are making, the difficulties that we maybe have. Yeah, that's what I want to say. I don't want to burst into tears. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all. Now I would like to, Daiva, Adriana and I will stay to have evaluation of this project. And I wish a nice day and thank you for everything. Goodbye.
Take care, people.
Thank you
See
very
you on,
much.
everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Goodbye.
Sabina, lahko samo eno besedo predno grem, ker moram iti.
Seveda, izvolite.
Kaj bomo mi kaj to diseminirali, kakšen časopis, radio, televizija itd.?
Bomo.
Dej, okay. Res, to je vredno, res je vredno.
Zmenjeno.
Okay, I have to say goodbye. Unfortunately, I have things to do.
Okay, take care.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Take care. Take care.
Bye.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You will have to give me 10 minutes.
Yeah, I need 10 minutes.
Okay.
So let's say 10 minutes or more. Do you need more? At 12? Let's say 12? Yes.
Okay, 12.
Yeah.
I have to write my students because I thought we could have a lesson. I'll write them. I'll give them tasks to do. Everything's okay. Okay. At 12 then.
Okay, but we're going to stay here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you can just connect another time at this link. You can now just end. I can end this conversation, then you just click once more on this link. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See you at 12. Yes.
Okay. See you.
See you.